Take your best shot.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Good Will Hunting. Welcome to this Thursday night, double down night that we're going to be having tonight. We're starting things off. We're going to be watching Sally. This is with Braden Timmons. He's in the house. This is a Bat Productions original film, by the way. This is original film from our pal Braden Timmons. He's going to be watching it with us tonight as he has his last nightmare campaign.
Do I need to take over, good sir?
Off and rolling right now, so we're going to be dropping a link for that. But it's going to be cool, man. This is a nice, creepy little flick that Braden put together. We're excited to watch it with him.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And plus, we wanted to do this kind of watch party just because any chance we get to hang out with Braden Timmons, baby, it's always a freaking good time. But also, we want to do it because Sally got the distinct honor of being selected into the Houston Film Fest or Houston Film Festival. God, see, I'm not even doing better than Brad is right now. But
it's
anyways,
hard, Thursday,
it really is.
Yeah.
And we haven't even been drinking yet. The drinking's going to be for the Saw watch party we'll do after this. But speak
for yourself, Purdy.
Okay. Probably drinking enhances my speech. But regardless, we're here to celebrate the success that it is, Sally. And we wanted to have Braden on. So, Braden, how are you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm doing good. Week's almost over. We're about a week out, and we're finally going to get a chance to meet in person. I'm excited to meet you next weekend. Sally's going to be screening next Saturday night at the Houston Horror Film Fest. If you guys are in the area, come on out, buy a ticket, come see us, and support a small, tiny movie from Chicago, Illinois. But no, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch this again. I haven't seen it in a couple months, and it's so short, but you know, it's not like on a Friday night I'm just like, you know what, hey, I'm gonna put in a movie that I made. So I haven't seen it in a few months. I'm excited to watch it and just kind of like bring back some memories from filming it. I'm sad because a few of our cast members was going to initially join us tonight. Unfortunately, both of them are busy. So yeah, they couldn't make it, but nonetheless, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to watch this again, and I'm even more excited to watch Saw with you guys once we get rolling here with that next.
Afterwards. So be sure after this stream ends, we're gonna take like a little recess, and then y'all can hop over to the other stream where we'll freaking start our Saw review or Saw watch party series, which is kind of also a review too as well. You know, the best of both worlds. So, Braden, before we start, I wanted to address the chat. We're going to save all the promotional stuff for the Saw stream. So we'll just go ahead and kick into it. But I do want to say hello to people in the chat. Good Real Hunting, thank you so much for posting the Last Nightmare IndieGoGo link. Appreciate you, even though you guys are still assholes, but still appreciate you. Lamontra, what's going on, my friend? We got Chester in the house. We got Yo Adrian, how you doing? We got Brendan the Beldam, what's going on? We got Mark Jones. We got Mega Cat, who's been sending me false football links galore the past couple of days, so it gets me ready for football season. Go Vols. And then we got Brother Fluff saying boats and hoes. Damn right. The freaking Mel Mariah Carey. We got Ashton, what's going on? We got Gory Tiger, and I believe that's all we have at the moment. Anyone else new who pops up, we'll say hello. And Braden, as I get everything rolling with the movie, just kind of explain how this Sally came about. But the most important question I want you to answer first is this the Sally from Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally?
From Please, no, it is not.
Damn it. Damn it! But as you explained, I'm going to get the movie ready and give me a drink.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sally came about. It's an idea. Obviously, you look at the dark-haired girl and everything, and you just think that she's a ghost. She has long black hair, wears kind of like that long nightgown, and you immediately think of like the Grudge or Kayako, I should say, from the Grudge. That's the ghost's name from that movie, but when I saw The Grudge as a kid, man, it terrified me. And I would always walk by my parents' attic and I would always just be so epically terrified of it after I saw that movie. And so this idea has kind of always been in my head. And I was like, I'd like to give my own little spin on it in terms of this creature. And the one thing that I've never seen in those movies is actually seeing the creature emerge from the attic, which is why in this movie, we see the hand come out and you see the whole door open. And that was kind of like always the biggest fear of mine. Yes, there's something like that happens in The Grudge too, in the beginning, where Kayako, like, you see her hair and she lets the girl out of the closet in The Grudge 2 in the beginning. But here is like, this is just something that I've never seen. I'm sure it's been done in a movie, but I had never seen it. So I was like, you know what, this is like how I want to go about this. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. She was definitely a big hot. She was very popular on set, I should say, because everyone wanted to get pictures with her and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this again.
Hell yeah, man. Brad, any pre-thoughts before we hit play on this SOB?
No, man. I'm excited to watch it again. Really. So I'm excited.
Alrighty, let me go ahead and get this movie up, and we'll be. Brandon's being kind enough to let us play the movie, so all y'all have to do is just sit back and relax. And before I hit that play button, I do want to read because I got my official Blu-ray copy right here. Just this amazing freaking review I've read on the back of this cover, and I really like these people. I just want. Let's see here. It says Sally has the uncomfortable and eerie atmosphere that horror fans will love. It will leave you wanting more. By Brett Mann from Good Real Hunting. Just wanted to throw that out there.
And we appreciate the kind words.
Oh no, dude, and it was serious too. Like, dude, I messaged Braden immediately, tell him exactly that freaking quote right there, just because that's how I honestly feel about it, and I'm excited to see this again. It's been a while since I've seen it. And Rosie, my dear, here is your rose. Hopefully, you are doing good. And so let's see here. And just to get this comment real quick, not to hijack the stream, gents, House of a Thousand Corpses is coming back to theaters October the 8th and the 11th. This comes straight from Rob Zombie himself. Oh, Brad.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go check that out for sure because I never saw it in the big screen, man.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
Hopefully they have it around me. Yeah.
Oh, dude, your theater shows a lot more movies than mine, so it's going to have it. So all right, let's go ahead and get this movie ready to play. So here we go. Let me know if you all can hear it. Yeah, I love the logo.
Just gonna go ahead and throw that out there, man.
I got to give my sister Bat Productions logo design. She's actually the one that came up with the design and designed it.
Nice. Yeah. And of course, BAT, which of course is Bat because one of your favorites is Batman. But that's also your initials too, which I didn't know until you said it on one of your streams. I'm like, that is the coolest son of a bitch I've ever known.
Exactly. So that's where Bat Productions comes from.
Yeah, and just to start off, love the music right here. So who was your composer? Who gets the credit for composing?
Adrian Emond. He's the exact same guy that did the original music for the Haddonfield Nightmare.
Yes.
Nice house, dude. Tell me where you found this house at. It looks like the Halloween 5 house.
So we were looking for a house to get the old Victorian look to it. and found this place on Airbnb, actually. So I was looking at,
what a find.
Literally, I was looking at houses, which is where I search for most of my houses when I'm looking and scouting, is on Airbnb. And so I started looking, and we saw the staircase of this house, and it sold us right away. I sent it to our director of photography, Zach Dion, and he was like, "Yes, that staircase is
You're
fantastic."
hovering, wondering if you click buy.
What in the world?
Is your personal
Ads.
be safe?
Do we have ads turned on?
Gosh.
Apparently you do with that video, but you know what? I don't blame you. I want my money too.
Absolutely, man. You got your original movie out there. You might as well get paid for it.
So I'm happy to. Plus,
But no, Braden, this is Hannah Holmes right here.
Yes.
Tell us about like how did you acquire Hannah and just your overall experience working with her.
So Hannah had followed me on Instagram because I was originally set up to direct episode 1 of a web series that she too was cast in. So when I was announced as the director of that, she followed me. Most of the cast followed me, and that's kind of like how our relationship ended up starting. And then she reached out. And she was asking if like there was anything else I was working on and how she can get involved, which is how she got the scene in the Haddonfield Nightmare. She was in the classroom scene in that movie.
Yeah.
But I had asked her. I said that she had a really good babysitter look to her, like, you know. So I told her I was working on this original project. And that web series never ended up going through anyway. So like that just kind of got completely shut down. So what we did is she sent in an audition and she was fantastic. Like this kind of gave me an opportunity to see like how she actually acted. And she's really good. So we ended up casting her in this movie, and I'm happy to say that she is not done in the Haddonfield universe because she has a larger role in The Last Nightmare. So
Hell yeah. And we're about ready to get introduced to our second female lead here. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Nixon Snow is her name, correct?
yes.
Yes, and I'll go ahead and say, and I loved Hannah in this film too, but to me, I thought Nixon Snow did a phenomenal job in this. So again, pretty much the same thing I asked you with Hannah. What about Nixon Snow?
So with Nixon, we put out a casting call. We saw a couple different young actresses that would be good as Julie, but Nixon just kind of brought out the most personality when it came down to it. Her audition, her reactions, and everything just stood out the most. And I was happy that we cast Nixon because I got to give a shout out to her mom, Jenny. Very supportive. She hung out with us all week on set. It's very hard to sometimes work with a kid, especially if their parents are there and they're just nagging and nagging and nagging. But her mom was great. All week, she was supportive. She was silent when she needed to be silent. She let us do the work. She trusted us, which is a big time deal. And at the end of the week, after Nixon left, we got a text from her mom on their way home saying that Nixon did not want to leave because we only shot this movie in 6 days. So, and we all stayed in this place together. We all stayed within the house and everything together. And she just said that she had the greatest time. And it was such a great message to receive as a filmmaker, knowing that this 13-year-old girl was comfortable with all of us, like, you know, adults on set. It's not an easy thing for a kid to do. So, yeah, but both of them, working with both of them is absolutely a fantastic experience.
Dude, hell yeah. And I think you made a great choice with Nixon here because to me, she really sells like the look of like vulnerability in this little short film you have here. So I thought that was an excellent casting decision.
Yeah. Can I give a fun fact here about that
go
hand
ahead.
that you saw? So that hand, Lilith Nazarian, who plays Sally in the movie, was not set to report to set until the night after we shot this. So the hand that you see and the hair hanging down is actually the hair and the hand of one of our production assistants, Bree Maythelder, and she's going to be one of our assistants on The Last Nightmare as well.
Nice.
But that's actually her hand and her hair hanging down right there. So
hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, there's so much I can tell you guys about the behind the scenes stuff and everything. Like
Julie,
that attic shot
you
right
can talk
there
to me, right?
was actually shot in kind of reverse
So tell me what's
because when Hannah opened the door to go in, nothing went up.
Sally.
So we actually had to shoot it to where she
Telling you
opens
about
the
Sally,
door
I
and
just, like,
kind
she
of
wanted
takes
to
a
get
left because there's enough
Mhm.
room. But then what we did is the same stairs that go
Why
down
does she
are the
scare
same stairs that she's technically coming up right there. So we
Oh,
had
nice.
to kind of get we had to get creative and everything with that. It took us a
little
little while, but we got it.
Hell yeah, dude! I love when
nicely.
you like do reverse techniques.
Yeah, back it up and reverse it, dude, all day. Brandon was saying most horror directors get to start working in short films. Do you guys see yourself directing a full-length feature? Braden, do you have a full-length script for this movie, for instance? Like, is that something that?
Don't have a full-length script yet, but we are planning on continuing the Sally story.
Cool.
We do have a chapter 2 lined up that will actually be a feature length, so it'll pretty
Nice.
much pick up. And what we'll probably do is we'll incorporate this in it as well. So it'll kind of be like if you've seen the first one, we'll probably release chapter 2 as its own thing, just as a continuation. But then we'll merge it into one movie because it takes place a little bit of time after this movie. So,
yeah, because definitely what we call business has not been settled. And I definitely like that was one also the things I asked you, like, did you have any plans for a sequel or for just like a chapter 2? So I'm excited to hear that. And you can bet you I'll be one of the first one that donates to that project.
Yeah, I will say after The Last Nightmare, basically, I kind of want to exit the fan film route. I really have a lot of original ideas that I want to get out there and that I really want to put most of my focus into because it's exhausting, man. It's exhausting to make a film as is, and I don't just want to put a lot of time into the fan films. As much as I love it, man, as much as I love doing it and everything, it's just I'd rather put a lot more time into something original than, just the fan universe that's never going to do anything.
Plus, there's just been there's so many of them too. Like, so you just are at a point now where you just want to do something different and just to stand out from the pack. And with a short film like this, is a great, excellent start in doing that.
Yeah, and that's why we did it, man. Like we did it, and this short films are a great way for filmmakers to just kind of like project their passion and what they really can do. I feel like if you can capture an audience in 13 minutes, like with a beginning, a middle, and an end, and have them want more, I feel like that's a good sign. Look what happened, and I always reference David F. Sandberg, one of my favorite horror directors, just one of my favorite directors, man. The guy is so good at what he does, but he made Lights Out 2 minutes.
Hey, football season's about to begin.
Football season is, yes.
Actually, preseason's tonight.
Oh, love that shot.
That was creepy, man.
Julie.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, Brad, I know I've been hogging all the questions, so if you have any other questions to ask,
you're good. I just would just like to concur. Yeah, the Lights Out short, man, that obviously created a whole, studio-backed film, which was really cool, and one that I quite liked at that. And you said it was 2 minutes.
Yeah,
when it came out. Yeah, so that was awesome, man.
And Austin, what's going on, man? Sorry, we were into it. I just saw you here. What's going on there, Austin?
316.
Yeah. And Bray, I'm not sure if you saw this comment from earlier, but I'll pull it up again. But the house looks spooky. Good lighting.
Thanks, Rosie. Appreciate that.
Got
to give Zach Dion all the credit for that. He's the master with lighting. So.
Okay, who's doing the sound design right here? Because the cracking, excellent.
That's all Mike Shabani, baby.
Dude,
freaking nasty.
Dude,
man.
I'm such a fan of Mike Shabani, dude. Like, I love anything he does, like touching like music and sound design. He's the man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, creepy as a mofo. There it is.
Oh, I love. Okay, after this is over, I do got a question about Sally here.
Sure.
But I know we're getting close.
Epic music too.
God, this is. Dude, again, like I was just so pissed off at the end of this because I wanted more because I was so into everything you and your team were doing.
Man, dude. What's her story even? I guess we'll find out one of these days.
We got to know. Hey, Brooke, how are you doing?
Hey, Brooke. Hey, Chris. Chris, I'll answer your question here in just a second.
Yes, we'll re-emphasize on that question. God, that's so good.
And those teeth look gnarly, man.
Dude, yeah, right. I can easily see here as well. Like, I know we've kind of already talked about it. We're about to talk about it again. About like a chapter 2. Honestly, in a way, that could be like your opening scene of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just
Absolutely,
the way how you
it could.
ended it like that. Like, I felt like you easily could. So
Very effective.
all right.
13 minutes, man. It is.
Dude,
It
so
it soaks in
great.
some atmosphere. You got some good sound effects in there. Some good makeup. It's solid, man. I really like it. And the characters are good. I like the performances you got out of there too. It's really solid.
Yeah, you want to know? After it ended up winning Best Horror Short at the Strange Days Horror Fest in April, I was having a conversation with Destiny, who I initially approached as the role of Sally.
That was one of my other questions.
She was my first choice as Sally. I thought that she would have been so good. She thought that she would have been good. Honestly, she could have done her own makeup, even though it's ironic that one of the Airbnb hosts, and both of them were absolutely great. I mean, they allowed us to do what we needed to do and everything. But one of the hosts had a friend that was into special effects that lived right down the street. And she's the one that was so Jill, the person that you saw in the credits, she was the special effects person for the movie. So she was who I communicated with and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that it just all kind of fell into place since we couldn't have Destiny, that we were able to get Lilith and we were able to get that effects artist that literally lived in the town that we were shooting, because the town that we shot in was 2.5 hours away from where I lived. So that's why we all stayed. So everybody that was driving out there, we had to house everybody, and everyone just stayed in that house that we shot the movie in. So we were in that creepy ass house with Sally for a week. So.
But man, you just answered my own question of like the next one. It's just like the whole design look of Sally. Again, just freaking excellent. And you know what? And yeah, it would be cool to see Destiny play Sally. But the one that you did get to play Sally, I thought she did a phenomenal job as well. And Braden, dadgummit, you freaking took my little thing like, hey, since Destiny has conquered her fear of flying now, or as it seems, is there a potential future for a full-length film that Destiny gets to fulfill that dream?
So yes, I've talked to Des about this. She has conquered her fear of flying. She will be playing Sally if we decide to move forward with the sequel. So yes, and
Woo!
I say if, and I mean when we decide to move forward with the sequel, Destiny will be playing Sally in the movie. So
Splendid,
excellent.
man.
Excellent,
really
excellent. Braden, I am all out of questions. So do you have any other last questions with Braden, and then we'll answer Chris's question one more time?
No, man, I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, and Braden, before we pull up Chris's comment, just to kind of finish this up, then we'll take a little recess and we'll freaking dive into some Saul. Is there anything you just want to say about Sally, or just your overall experience with this project?
I mean, Sally was my favorite experience that I've worked on with a film so far. The people was great. The experience is great. Like any production, man, there like we shot in 6 nights, like I said, and we were up until all of the Sally stuff was actually done in one night. And so we were up for
Nice.
basically 12 hours throughout the course of the night getting that done. And I mean, it was exhausting, man. Like it's an exhausting process, the like way you go through it, because one thing that filmmakers don't think about is the lighting and how long it takes to get the lighting set up and just getting the scene set up as well. Like, we want to always add as much detail as we could in each of the scenes. So yeah, I mean but it was a great experience, and I'm very happy that people are enjoying it. One of the biggest fears of showing your film to an audience for the first time, or even sending it to you guys that get a chance to see it early and review it, it's always like anytime I send it, I'm just like, oh my God, the next time I talk with these people, they're going to have feedback for for the movie. And so it's always kind of just like my hands are always just anxious to see what people are going to see. And I'm excited to watch it next week. Hopefully we get a good turnout in the theater that it's showing in. So, we can just kind of see how other people are reacting and all that stuff. So
yeah, exactly, man. And just a way too, like kind of like you get nervous and anxious, especially it doubles in a way. I can't imagine myself, but I think for you, like you can agree that it kind of doubles for the original film, because for a fan film, like if you get a Halloween fan, like you don't have to worry about like your Halloween fans are going to show up. But for original film, you're not set. You don't really have anything to rely on. It's just you and your vision. Is
yeah,
what you're relying on. And yes, the Sally turned out I thought was excellent. Like I think the views were looking really stellar. And again, getting nominated for the Houston Horror Festival, which is a big accomplishment, because like that's a big convention. That ain't no small convention. So like again, so Braden, that's why we wanted to do this stream, just to celebrate this movie, and more importantly, just celebrate you, because I know you've just do a lot of hard work with all your projects. And guys, if you have not donated to The Last Nightmare, Sally hopes tonight, just the ability Braden has to bring you an excellent film. And plus we deserve that final chapter for that series too.
Yeah, that link for that campaign is it's back earlier in the chat.
And it's in the description down below.
Yes, it sure is, man. It's right there. So check it out, man. There's a lot of good perks on there. There's some cheap ones. There's some expensive ones. There's everything in the middle. So you can get included in that campaign for sure, man, because it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, anything else before we take a little recess and we'll get ready for some Saw?
Bonesaw is ready.
Wrong Saw. Dadgummit,
no, just want to thank you guys really quickly for having me on again. I'm excited to talk about some Saw next, but I also appreciate you guys helping promote, the projects that we have coming up. And yeah, guys, like they said, we're excited to get started on the next one. I do have an update on that. The mask is looking absolutely fantastic. I got some updates on that. I will say I'll announce it here. I'll announce it right here. You guys are going to get to know first. Our boy James Grimm is the mask designer for The Last Nightmare. He's the one that's working on it. Dude is doing a fantastic job. That's all I got to say, man. He literally is sending me updates almost every single night. It's been a couple nights, but I know the other day he said that it could take a few weeks before it starts kind of like giving it some flavor. But from what I see, man, he's working hard. It's looking fantastic. And so it's an original design. Obviously, that's what we decided to do. All of the houses are secure for production. But we just as much as we can raise, obviously in this campaign is going to help us make the best possible movie that we can. So we need at least $10,000 to be able to head into production starting early next year. So the more money that we get, the better off the project's going to be. But either way, guys, I promise you we're going to find a way to get a damn good movie made for y'all. So thank you guys for being here and supporting.
Dadgummit, man. Like if you ain't motivated to donate, man, then something's wrong with you, man, because I've donated plenty of times. I'm ready to donate again. So guys, if you have not already, the link is in that pinned comment section or in the description down below. Anything helps. Even just sharing the link helps. Just anything we can do to accomplish Braden's goal. So we're going to go ahead and close this stream out. We're going to take a little recess. So head over to the Saul stream and get ready for that. And also vote in that poll because, again, you guys get to determine the freaking score of Saul.
Yeah. See y'all soon.
All right. See you, Ashley. See you shortly. All right, where's my outro? There it is. No!